hands together to warmly welcome our star alumni, Mr. Bharat Datt Tiwari, who has made us all proud by securing 98th rank in UPSC. Mr. Bharat Datt Tiwari joined Seth M.R. Jaipuria School, Gomti Nagar, Lucknow in 2005 in class 3rd and passed out ISC in 2015. He then completed BTech from JIIT Noida. He did not take any external help during his preparation for UPSC, which is a true embodiment of resilience and determination. Can we have a thunderous round of applause for Mr. Bharat Datt Tiwari and welcome him on the stage?
It's truly an honor for me to be standing here to a place which I fondly call my home. And to stand in front of all of you, young minds who have achieved some significant success at such an early age. I'm humbled to be here, not only as a guest, but also as someone who once sat where you sit today and possibly in the last benches of this particular room. When Principal Ma'am asked me to speak on this occasion, I was reluctant at first because, to be honest, I know what it feels like to be a 17-year-old and to have the perception कि मुझे तो सब आता है, ऐसा कुछ क्या ही बता देगा ये जो हमें पहले से नहीं आता. But I think nothing could be farther from the truth. When I was preparing this short speech that I've prepared, there were two guidelines that I kept for myself. First was that I would like to keep it short because I would not want to bore you at all. And second is that I want to go beyond the normal prescriptions of hard work, sacrifice, discipline, routine, etc., and so on and so forth. So I will just talk about three aspects. The first one is the idea of self-accountability. You are about to venture into a life where for the first time you're going to take decisions independently. Always remember, the key to a good decision is not the outcome, but the process. If a decision is well thought out and it considers all the information available at that point of time, then it is a good decision regardless of the result. I say this because this was my fourth attempt. I had gone to the interview twice before. This was my third interview. And I did not know for sure that I'll succeed in this examination. But the only saving grace was that I said to myself, this is a decision that I've taken for myself, based on my talents, based on my ability, and I'm accountable to this decision. So no matter what happens, even if I were to give 6 attempts and fail, I would always keep my head held high because this is a personal decision, not something that has been imposed by the society. Along with this, you need to remember, after a certain point of time, every critical decision becomes a leap of faith. So always tell yourself, I'm accountable to myself. Never blame the circumstances, the people around you, or the events that you can't control. Yes, there will be times when things go wrong because of the actions or inactions of others. But never indulge in self-pity. Never become a victim. Own your story. Whatever it is, there is always a scope of improvement. And this ties to the second idea, and that is of acceptance, which encompasses within itself the ideas of gratitude and humility. आप लोग यहाँ पे हैं, काफ़ी लोग ने बहुत अच्छे परसेंटेजेस स्कोर किए हैं, राइटली सो. तो एक्सेप्टेंस के लिए ये समझिए कि आप यहाँ पे हैं, आप इस स्कूल में पढ़ रहे हैं, और आज जो सक्सेस आप एंजॉय कर रहे हो, दैट इज़ नॉट योर्स अलोन. It is because of the effort of your parents who are literally moving heavens and earths to put you here. You might not recognize it today, but you will 10 years from now, that's for sure. Because of this, always have a sense of humility. That will always take you far. Being humble is one of the foundation of a human being. If you're not humble, then even if you succeed, you will not be celebrated. So ensure that you are humble, and success will come, and when it does, stay grounded, and when failure visits, as it does to all of us, meet it with grace. And lastly, I want to talk about the aspect of uniqueness. Principal Ma'am talked about the idea that we celebrate success in terms of marks, in terms of percentages. The last 2 weeks, my success has been celebrated in the form of an All India rank of 98. But I want to say this, that value is a very personal concept. It just so happens that what I chose is also validated by the society. But it does not mean that you have to seek validation from the society. Each one of you carries something no one else does, a unique combination of experience, perspectives, talents, and dreams. But you don't discover your uniqueness by waiting, you discover it by constantly testing yourself. I've always believed that there is a confidence competence loop. The more effort you put in, the more things you try, the more you stretch your limits, the more confident you will become. Real confidence is built through effort, not assumptions. Because confidence without substance is just vanity, and vanity eventually turns into arrogance. Lastly, because आप लोग 12th पास कर चुके हो, अब आप कॉलेज जा रहे हो, काफ़ी लोग का शायद एस्पिरेशन भी होगा सिविल सर्विस के लिए ट्राई करना, किसी का होगा एक प्रोमिनेंट एमएनसी लाइक गूगल और इन सब में जॉब करना. आई विल जस्ट से आई हैव अ फ्यू पीसेस ऑफ एडवाइस फॉर यू एज यू वेंटर इनटू योर कॉलेज लाइफ. As you enter college, do not be hyper focused on one career. Give yourself the space to explore. For the next 4 years, you have the license to fail greatly. So use it well. Life is not linear. Please don't try to make it so. We think of the idea कि पहले IIT जाएंगे, वहाँ पे टॉप करेंगे, उसके बाद UPSC जाएंगे, पहली बार में IAS बन जाएंगे, फिर DM बनेंगे, ये बनेंगे, वो बनेंगे, चीफ सेक्रेटरी बनेंगे, फिर जो है पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट होगा. Nothing like this works out. Don't have this aspiration. Treat it as a journey. बीच में setbacks आएंगे. These are things that are natural. These are things that make us human. और भगवान का यही प्लान होता है. ज़्यादा arrogance अगर आप रखोगे तो he will put you down very well so that you learn. So in college, make your life interesting. Join clubs and societies. Travel to new places, take up internships, learn a new instrument if you will, explore what excites and challenges you. Do these things before you fixate on one single path. The experiences you gather now will shape you far beyond what any textbook can offer. When I entered into the school this time, I couldn't help but recall all the memories that I've created with my friends, with my teachers. डांट खाता था मैं बहुत टीचर्स से, कुछ से मार भी खाई है, but I think they have shaped me, and thankfully so. Thank you, ma'am and sirs. As you move forward, remember this: life is not about being perfect. It is about being real. It is about being responsible and being kind to yourself and to others. I hope all of you have fulfilling careers, but more importantly, fulfilling lives. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
To interact with our enthusiastic students, Zoya Khan, Ishan Agarwal, Saransh Mishra, and Krinali Nayak.
Sir, you have visited your alma mater after many, many years. Sir, what were your feelings and thoughts when you entered the gate today? And how did you feel about the school's dynamic transformation? Also, sir, if you would mention about one memory that has stayed in your heart of the school till date.
As far as emotions go, there is not one emotion that I felt. It was a mix of emotions. And I say this with utmost sincerity in my heart. Seeing the dynamic transformation that a school has undergone for the good, I was in awe, in admiration, but at the same time, a certain degree of nostalgia. I was part of the 2015 batch. Quality of teaching was the similar, but the great infrastructure that you have inherited is commendable. But I still miss the feeling of studying in that particular time. I cherish my teachers. I mean, they have shaped me in more ways than I can even express. So thank you. And as far as memory goes, every single memory is a cherished one, especially with my peers, my friends. And I think I've learned a great deal from them. Thank you.
First of all, congratulations. You're a big inspiration to all of us.
Thank you so much.
Sir, I wanted to ask if there is one particular trait or quality that helped you succeed in your goal of clearing the exam. What would that be? And was it something you developed here in your school days or later on in life?
I think there are two qualities. मतलब, after the result, I have really been thinking about this कि मेरा क्यों हुआ है. But I think the one quality is I've been honest in my preparation to myself, and I've been self-accountable, as I spoke for the very first point. मैं हमेशा अपनी preparation को analyze करता था as a neutral observer. Veil of ignorance हम पढ़ते हैं, उसी veil of ignorance के पीछे जाके I used to analyze my preparation. I used to be honest about it, and I could identify the critical gaps which were missing. And I think a lot of times people fail to do so. People are reliant too much on their teachers, mentors. They are important inputs, but you have to self-analyze, because this is a journey, especially in UPSC. There is no one straight line. A mentor of mine told me कि UPSC preparation ऐसी है कि एक डार्क रोड पे आप स्कूटर चला रहे हो, आपको 10 मीटर आगे का दिखाएगा लेकिन पूरी रोड कभी नहीं दिखेगी. So in that sense, being honest is critical, and I think the school has played a critical role in that regard. Whenever I was dishonest, I did get a beating. So yes, in that sense, certainly they have instilled a lot of honesty in me. So thank you to my teachers for beating the hell out of me. Thank you.
you, sir. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Vande Mataram, sir.
Vande Mataram.
Sir, there's a Japanese concept called ikigai of coalescence of one's mission, passion, vocation, and occupation. So, sir, I wanted to ask, what is your ikigai? Is it civil services or something beyond that?
When we think of the concept, and this is my interpretation completely, I don't know about the book. When we think of the concept of ikigai, I don't think that there is one ikigai that an individual has. It depends on what phase of life that individual is. And I think this ties to the larger idea that was there in Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning. You see, at this point of time, civil services is where I found my meaning. But I see my mother over there. For her, her ikigai, her meaning is not academic success, brilliance, or anything. Her meaning is my happiness. So you can't put a very theoretical prescriptions do not arise at this point of time. So you have to be flexible. Yes, at this point of time, my ikigai is the civil services. But, and this goes out especially to all the people who are graduating 12th, there will not be one ikigai. Explore as much as you can. Do not hinge yourself to one career at such an early age. Do not do that ever. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Vande Mataram, sir. I am Ishan. I wish to know more about you. Sir, has there ever been a mentor or a book or an experience that has shaped your perspective towards life or this exam in general?
This is a personal experience. I lost my father when in 2018. I was in college back then. And I think that event really changed me for good or for the bad. At that point of time, that was the first time I thought about the ephemeral nature of life. So whenever things do not go my way, I always tell myself, we all have to die one day. We don't have to stress about it. This might sound too negative, but I think it's liberating to a certain degree, that we do not have to worry too much. Ma'am talked about worrying. I don't think we need to worry too much. Try to do whatever we can at this point of time is what matters. We can't rectify the past. We can learn from it. We cannot change the future beyond what we can do in the present. So I think these lessons, these events have actually shaped me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring us for a lifetime. We request you, Promini ma'am, to please grace the stage and honor our special guest, our dear alumnus, Mr. Bharat Datt Tiwari, with a token of love and appreciation.